Okay, for this next process video using BoWitch, I'm going to show you some really cool tricks. We hit this 3 times, and honestly, guys, this was awesome. So the first hit, this was the fresh hit, and this was really paved the way, right? It gave us some insights. Mudkey coming in here, and he had the idea, and I'll tell you his brilliant idea that really solidified the 3-star, and it just changed things up so beautifully. So anyways, doing some wall breaks. He does that so he can make sure he tanks for the expo over there in the archer tower so these witches don't get melted over there. Very nicely done. Just beautiful tanking with the wall breakers. Here comes the king, queen in the middle. Typical standard BoWitch. However, you're going to find out very, very soon. This king value in the middle, obsolete. The king got nothing. He did get a free spell on the infernal towers, helping the king stay alive, which did help. But the problem is we're going to find out that the king value is going to get more at 12 o'clock, and I'll show you that here in a second. Yeah, he's going to have that extra spell, which is going to keep things up, keep things alive. He almost got the job done, just not quite enough firepower. And honestly, that king, if you notice, at 12 o'clock really caused some problems. So, okay, so another hit that we had here was Vera. And honestly, guys, this one was brilliant. So the tweak that was made and was putting the king at 12 o'clock because it took down the enemy king. This enemy king caused too much problem for his witches. The only problem with Vera that a little mistake he made, 2 mistakes. One, he opened up this side compartment. That was going to hurt a little bit. Plus, he was too early on the healer. So what happens here in a second, you got to look at for these things. The healer is going to shift to the golem. Here goes that. And, you know, typically, that, I mean, everyone think, you know, because these bowlers weren't taking any damage, the healer went to the golem, got taken out by the air defense. Anyways, king over here. Now, again, this was the MVP move. King didn't go into the core, and they dropped the freeze spell. They added the king on the enemy king. So king against king. So these witches up here were not taken down. It makes sense? Skellies go in the middle to distract the single target infernos. Bowlers come in with a rage and a heal spell. Because he didn't have the extra healer, he had a healer, only 1 healer at the 3 o'clock side. He was intending to have 2. Not good at all. So yeah, causing some problems. It still was close. Honestly, he still could have gotten this. Vera still could have 3-starred, and I'll show you how we could have 3-starred. But you know, in the moment, you can't see it all the time, right? Things happen, right? You make mistakes. To pop abilities, I didn't even pop my ability in my war attack, so I get it. But right here, at the very end of all things, so right here, so he's thinking, okay, wizard. Queen health is very low. He popped the ability to. He thought the queen would be within range. If he had saved the queen, look at that. I think she might have been on the outside edge of this. Does it make sense? So very, very close on that one, guys. Look at that. If he had saved the ability, would have been able to 3-star this one. But and I mean, the cannon might have locked on to the queen, but. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to see that in the moment. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying could have been happened. But anyways, Richard coming in here, and because of all these previous attacks, the process, he was able to get the job done. Beautiful quakes, not to open up the the wall there. He does the wall breakers, the same sort of trick. This time, though, you notice, what has he got going for him? He's got witches up here. He's going to drop the king up there as well. Very nice tweak to the plan. But this time, he's going to be very patient on his healers at the 3 o'clock side. Last time, remember, the healers were dropped already, so they went to the golem. This time, he's going to wait. And because he waited, able to get the 3-star down. King did not get as much value this time. I think more was locked onto the king. Oh, okay, the expo was locked onto the king this time instead of the golem. I see. That's what happened. That's why the king got melted faster. Here comes finally the healers. After that air defense dropped, here comes the healers. So at this point, without these healers over here, it would have been a fail. Healers really were the MVPs on this one. Really keeping up the bowlers because there were some giant bombs on the outside, some trickeries trying to happen. And yeah, guys, this is just so beautifully executed. We're going to just watch it completely through. Unfortunately, Expo locks onto the queen and not the golem. sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes you get a little bit unlucky on that. Archer tower will eventually kill the queen because the golem is banging on a wall. So no archer tower to help out in the end, and those archers don't do anything anyways. They get a couple shots on the archer, I guess. But anyways, coming down to the wire, I thought this was going to be a fail. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be a fail. I was just wondering, are there giant bombs around here? Are there traps around here? But notice, guys, without the healers, this would have been a fail. So very nice tweaks to the plan. He does, I believe, have a giant bomb somewhere around here. Right there. At this moment, I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to fail. Thankfully, the archer tower was locked onto the golem, and the healer's bringing up to full health, and he does get the 3-star. Guys, that is a process on the Bowler Witch. Again, don't just, look for tweaks. Don't just run the same plan over again and hope for the best. I mean, sometimes you can do that, but nicely done, nicely done. Richard coming with a 6-pack, and you have been tuned into awesomeness. Subscribe, share, we're out.